A boy woke up and realized he could see through things with his X-ray vision. Even he understood the worth of everything. When he arrived home, he saw all the antiques his older brothers had purchased were counterfeit. The boy tossed them all down without a second thought. But the older brothers were convinced they were genuine antiques. Grandpa was furious and stomped his feet angrily. When he noticed this, he realized they were all fake. At that moment, the boy found the dog bowl at home was actually an antique. He told his grandpa the dog bowl was worth $5 million. But his older brothers mocked him for treating a dog bowl like a prized possession. Grandpa didn't think the dog bowl was valuable either, so he asked a specialist to evaluate it. After the specialist completed the evaluation, he directly wanted to offer $7 million to buy it. Everyone was completely stunned at that moment. Later, to pick a successor, Grandpa handed each of his 3 grandsons an envelope containing $300,000. Anyone who could profit from the antique trade would inherit the family fortune. The boy headed to the vintage bazaar. He glanced around. Just then, he saw an inkstone was a precious treasure, and he immediately felt like getting it. But his 2 older brothers suddenly showed up and grabbed the inkstone from the boy. They didn't realize the inkstone wasn't valuable. Then they paid $30 for it. In fact, the genuine antique was the ink stick that paired with the inkstone. After the older brothers left, the boy used $3 to get the ink stick. Later, they all went back to Grandpa. The older brothers brought out the inkstone and asked their grandpa to examine it. Grandpa mentioned this inkstone was over a century old and easily worth $1 million. The older brothers were sure they would inherit the family fortune. They laughed at the boy for buying a useless ink stick. The boy mentioned this ink stick was only for ancient emperors. A single drop of ink could darken a whole lake, but the older brothers didn't believe him and tossed the entire ink stick into the lake. Not long after, the park's artificial lake became a giant pool of black ink. Everyone was shocked.